Hello and welcome back to another vlog. My name is SAJJAD and today I've come to West Virginia to hike the famous Seneca rocks, which is right in front of me if I can zoom in. So that's where I'll be in few hours, I would say. But just to talk about just a little bit fun facts about this area. It's about 440 million years old, that landscape over there, and it enjoys the height of 900 feet from North Fork River, so which is quite a decent hike. The weather, I would say, is a little chilly today, even though it wasn't supposed to be this cold. It was supposed to be in like mid 70s, and then it was supposed to be a little sunny. But again, we cannot help that. Weather forecast can always be wrong. So this was a good viewpoint. So I was like, okay, I'm observing this, so let me share this view with you guys, and then I'm gonna go in. But one thing I want to mention here is that this whole area doesn't have any cellular network. So if you're coming here, make sure you download your maps beforehand, and make sure you have plenty of food, because again, some stores are closed here, or maybe it's the day I came and the truck was loud. But yeah, so now I'm gonna head to the Seneca rocks, and hopefully it's a good adventure we have. So let's go. Alright, so right now I'm just gonna go to the visitor center first and get some information about the hike, and then I'll just park the car and let you know where to park, and give you an update on how long is the hike, what is the length of the track, and then how safe it is or not. So it's on my left side. I don't know how clear it is. It's behind the trees. So I'm going to the visitor center now. Alright, so I have to take this left in order to go to the visitor center, and there are the Seneca rocks. So hopefully it's gonna be a fun hike and easy hike. It doesn't seem like it, but let's see. I just need to park the car here and then go to the visitor center, and then from there I'll just go straight to the hike. So finally I've parked my car here and the hiking is officially started. The first thing I have to do is go to the visitor center, get some information, and then go up to the Seneca rocks. And before that, there's some information over there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read what it says here. I think the hike is about 1.5 miles back and forth, so it shouldn't be that bad. So let's see what they have here. Here they have some information about the Native Americans, that they find some remnants of Native American colony here or their village, and they have an exhibit in the Discovery Center. So I think that's the Discovery Center, Visitor Center and Discovery Center as well. So they encourage visitors to go there and learn about the history. That's the reason why the parking lot is over here instead of close to the Visitor Center, because they don't want to disturb the area. So I think it's very nice of them. So I'm just gonna go to the visitor center and get some more information. So luckily the sun came out, because I was worried that weather forecast was saying there was supposed to be sun, and it was supposed to be cloudy a little bit. But when I was coming here, I saw black clouds, which means only one thing, that rain might come. Luckily that didn't happen, and I think they have a trail going down there as well. So I'm just gonna go there after I get some information from the visitor center. Alright, so the first thing I've noticed is the rock view from here. It's pretty amazing. As you can see, you got a clear view of the rock, and hopefully they don't require a permit for hiking onto the rock, because I just asked somebody and they said in order to climb the rock, basically rock climbing, you have to have a permit, and there is a separate entrance for that. But I'm not here for the rock climbing today. I'm just gonna do the hike. So let's just get some information. So this is a map of Monongahela National Forest, and you can see different peaks here, different summits like Spruce Knob, Allegheny Front. So yeah, let's just leave it here. The main reason I was here for was to know the history of tribe that existed here before this actually became a recreational area. So they say that in 1994 Forest Service archaeologists started excavating the site, and then they were excited because they find the pieces of pipe and Kirk stemmed Karnak. So they found some historical artifact that suggested that there used to be a tribe that used to live here. The name of the tribe was not clear, like which tribe used to reside in this area. So because of the disturbance over the years, archaeologists had to dig down. They have to bulldoze the area and find the actual archaeological evidences that suggested that 3 centuries before Christopher Columbus came to America, there used to be a tribe that lived here, and about 200 people could have lived in the village that existed here at one point in time. And I think they have that picture right there. This might be their roof. And this is something like something similar to what they have found. And once they find something similar like that, like a fire pit, they knew there was a village here. And these are the archaeological finds. The amazing ones are the arrowheads, stone arrowheads, big sandy, Kanava stamped. So it's pretty amazing that historically how important this area is. And that's the reason why the Discovery Center is made at this location, to prevent the area from being disturbed more from the tourists. But now I'm going out to head to the Seneca Rock. So let's see. The view from here is pretty amazing. I have to go take the trail from there and hike up the Seneca Rock, even though it's about 1.5 mile hike. I don't know how true is that, so I'll let you guys know if that's accurate or not. But if it's 1.5 miles back and forth, then it shouldn't be more than 2 to 3 hours of trail, because I obviously have to make stops and observe the scenic views. But just in case, if somebody is interested in doing rock climbing, there is actually a company or a location right across from here. You can actually do a guided rock climbing, and they have a swinging bridge over here. That's not what I'm here for today. However, there's another trail that leads to Seneca Rock where you can do the rock climbing without any instructor, but it's not prescribed. But just in case if somebody wants to come here, you can take the trail. Also, one more thing, if you're using AllTrails or Google Maps or any kind of apps, make sure you download the maps beforehand, because there is literally no signals here at all, and you have to use the Wi-Fi that's provided at the Discovery Center. So without any further ado, let's just go on the trail. There's 2 different trails. I don't know which one to take. Let's just see. But first I want to see what's written over here. So they just have this rock here to honor the 10th Mountain Division that fought in World War II, and they trained here between 1943 to 44 to prepare themselves for mountain warfare, and they climbed these mountains basically. So I think I'm gonna take that trail. So the journey officially began. But what do we have here? Oh, I'm on the wrong trail. It leads to Spruce Knob, which is not where I'm going. And but if you want to go to Spruce Knob, I think they have river there. You can do fishing and other interesting stuff. But I think that's the official hike for the Seneca Rock. So let's go. So one thing I have to say, the trail seems good so far. The weather is pretty nice. It's moderate. I think the temperature is in the 70s, early 70s. But we have a river here. Let's see what information they have. And once I read it, I'm gonna let you guys know about the history of this amazing river right here. So here it says that following the flood of 1985, Seneca Creek was cleared of wood and large rocks. The stream channel was drained and stream rocks were excavated and forced to the riverside, forming berms. This left an unhealthy stream lacking habitat to support many varieties of fish. However, brook trout is the West Virginia state fish, and only native trout are prized and sought after by anglers. They use a variety of habitat depending on their age and the season. This presence indicates a healthy system because they cannot tolerate warming temperature nor lack of necessary habitat. So here it says that the 2015 project in Seneca Creek display restoration techniques. This illustration depicts some of the rock and log structure that you may see from the bridge. It highlights their benefits to the stream and land. At 4,863 feet, Spruce Knob, the highest point in West Virginia, forms the headwaters of Seneca Creek. By the time the water reaches you here, 3,300 feet lower, a remarkable force of water has been created. The techniques used here are employed throughout the headwaters of Potomac River, reducing erosion along stream banks, limits sediment and exquisite nutrients entering the stream, benefiting water quality all the way to the Cheapsake Bay. So I guess it was very informative. I get to learn that they are restoring the fish habitat or aquatic habitat which was destroyed in I think 1985. That was the year mentioned there. But the views are pretty amazing on both sides, and you can see the water flow from here, which they mentioned basically on that board over there. But it looks pretty amazing. Let's just go to the Seneca Rock and finish our hike here. So here comes another parking lot which can be used from the main road, but I decided to park my car by the Discovery Center to get some information. But let's say if you're coming here and you are familiar with the map or with the area, you can literally just park here and go straight to the trail. So it says Seneca Rock Trail is straight up there. So let's go. And you can see the Seneca Rock view from here. It looks pretty amazing. You can see the might of the rock. Man, I'm excited. It looks fun, but I'm a little scared as well. So let's see how it will be. So the trail starts from there, but over there they have a scenic overlook. So I'm just heading there now to observe, and then I'm gonna go to the trail. Here they have little picnic area where you can sit, have your lunch or just snacks while enjoying the Seneca Rock view. I'm just gonna go up close, get a good view. Maybe I'll come back later and have my snacks here. But you can see the rocks look pretty amazing and mighty. So yeah, isn't it beautiful? So let's see, observe it for a while, and then I'm gonna go to the trail and do my hike. Alright, so the trail officially begins from here. One thing to know about this trail is there's bear, two different kinds of snakes. I think one is timber rattlesnake, and I think there are some foxes. But let's say if you encounter a bear, the secret is not to panic and hold your ground. If you see a snake, panic, don't hold your ground and run backwards. So that's my advice, which is not a good one. I just saw this sign. It says that since 1971, 15 people have died at Seneca Rock from falls. So they're just advising people to not to be stupid and add their name to the list. Hopefully I'm not the one. I'm just gonna go to the, I would say, summit, the viewpoint up at the rock, and maybe just touch the base of this rock, like right here, because there is a viewpoint right before it. One thing I noticed back there, they said to call 911 in case of emergency, but there is no signals here. How are we gonna call them? But let's see, there's a bridge right there, so I'm gonna cross that. So I just have to cross this bridge, but before that I'm gonna go under there and get a closer look of the water. So let's see, the water looks pretty clean. I was like, before I head on the other side, I just want to have a closer look of it. It looks pretty amazing. It's very scenic, and again, as I said earlier, the wind is pretty nice and chilly. You cannot tell by me sweating. It's only because I walked, and the view is amazing. So I'm just gonna observe this for a while and then head to the main trail. So I guess it's time for me to head back to the main trail and go to the rock. I'm definitely gonna extend the time with the stops I'm making right here. There's the rock, Seneca Rock, and even the view from here is pretty amazing. Oh man, look at that. And I think it's officially becoming tough from here. So I think it officially started. So it's just a FYI that don't pollute the water, because people down the stream also enjoys it. So make sure you don't throw anything in there, or maybe don't do anything stupid that will ruin the experience for somebody else. So I'm just gonna leave here now. It's gonna be very steep because I checked my old trail and it doesn't look good. So hopefully I make it through. Or to go to Seneca Rock hiking trail and observation platform, go left, and for Roy Gap Road, go right. I'm definitely going left. Obviously I'm not here to see the Roy Gap Road. It's a mile distance from here, so hopefully not so bad, but I'm gonna keep my eyes open for any bear or snakes. So it just says here that don't take shortcut because it causes dangerous rockfall and cause erosion. So I'm definitely not taking any shortcut here. I'm staying on the main trail and hoping to not run into any bear. So one thing I've noticed that this trail is very similar to the Breakneck Ridge trail. You can see there's a lot of boulders here. So one thing I would say is that this hike is not as advertised. Even though they say it's a moderate hike, it's very steep. There's about 8 to 9 switchbacks and I still have about like 5 or 6 to go. But at least they have the stairs there, so that's assuring. They're considerate. Maybe people need to sit down, but you can see I'm at a good elevation now. So I'm about 3/4 to a mile in and only a quarter to go, but it's definitely a very steep hike. As you can see from here, this hike is not moderate at all. It's definitely not 1.5 miles back and forth. It's very steep and I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just letting you guys know if you're coming here or planning to come here, make sure you bring enough water, food, and also it's not 1.5 miles back and forth. Definitely not 1.5 miles. It's about 3 miles back and forth. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just taking my time and enjoying the wind coming my way. It's pretty nice and cold, so I was like, why not take a moment to let you guys know, if you're planning to come here, make sure you're ready for it. So without any further ado, let's heads up. Alright, so I'm finally at the summit. The viewpoint is right there if I can zoom in. So before I go there, I just want to let you guys know that the elevation initially, as I said, is not 900 feet, because online, you know, the information, and even at the Discovery Center, this says from the North Fork River the elevation is 900 feet, but in reality the elevation is about 2442 or 2421. So I think they need to correct that information online so people know what they're getting into. Not 900 feet, but 2400 some feet high elevation. And I'm going to the viewpoint now, but again, it's definitely not a easy hike, even though it's not a longer one, but it's definitely the steepest hike I've done so far. So these are the stairways to the heaven, and I'm ready to see the view. Let's see, and maybe I'll go to the rock itself without climbing it, just cross over from here. So let's see. This leads to the Seneca Rock, as we saw from the Discovery Center, but this is the viewpoint area, and you can tell the view is pretty amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so now I'm heading up to the Seneca Rock, even though they say go at your own risk, but I'm heading there. So let's go. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. So we have the same sign here as we saw earlier in the beginning of our trail, that 15 people died here, but go at your own risk. So I'm going up at my own risk. So let's see. It shouldn't be that bad. Just have to be very careful here. I think this is the most steep portion of this hike, but maybe I waited long enough, took a longer rest. So let's see. So before I head up, there's this another viewpoint here. So I'm just gonna go up and see. Damn, it's really beautiful here. You can see the wind is pretty cold, and look at the view. So I just have to make sure that I don't fall down there, and I just need to go up. So let's go. Alright, I just have to be very careful so I don't fall. And I'm almost at the summit, like literal summit. So let's see where to step next. Just want to make sure that I don't slip here. I think this side would be more safer than this one because there's no boundary here, and here you have rock to hold on to. So maybe I have to cross over. Actually, it's not that bad. There's fall on both sides. So let's go ahead. If you watch the videos online, they make it seem like it's a very dangerous hike, but no, it's pretty nice and smooth. You just have to be very careful. So I've come this far. I don't think there's any harm in going more up. So let's go. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Got it. Look at that. Now this is what we call an amazing view. There's fall on both sides and I'm right in the middle of it. So I think it's time for me to go back. I'm not gonna go further ahead and risk myself. I think this is more than enough view and it's a good distance to cover. So I'm not that deep into the rock. So I'm just gonna go back and then I'll talk to you guys once I cross over. Alright, so I'm back at the viewpoint. I just came down from Seneca Rock. It's not that bad, even though if you go online it looks like very dangerous and extremely thin rock surface, but it's not the same. I find it very interesting. You can go up, you have enough space to sit down, observe the view, and it's the same view up there, but it's much better and it's much thrilling, I would say. So a couple things I need to mention before I let you guys go is that the hike is not moderate. It's not 1.5 miles back and forth. It's about like 1.5 miles each way. So I would say like 3 miles in total. And then the elevation from North Fork River is 900 feet. But if you talk about the total elevation, that's about 2400 some feet. So I think 2442 feet. But other than that, it was definitely a great experience. I think it needs to be enjoyed and cherished more than it is now. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, make sure you like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys in my next video. Until then, take care.